are listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
My personal belief is that there is very compelling evidence that we may not be alone.
There has been and is an existing presence, an ET presence. It's not going to make a difference. It's not going to change reality.
I believe, as do the other folks that were on the flight, that when we visually saw it, that it was something not from this world.
Goof On Radio.
You were either in or you were either out, brother.
But the cream will rise to the top, oh yeah.
Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
Goof On Radio.
Remain seated, please. Permanecer sentados, por favor.
You're listening to Goof On Radio with Rich Giordano.
Those are really pesticles. Yeah. All right. Welcome to Goof On, everybody. I'm your host, Rich Giordano. It is Monday, right? Is it Monday? It's Monday, right? Monday, February 6, 2023. I just had to double check. It's been a weird day. Welcome to the show. Glad you can make it here after a hard-working day. Those 9 to 5ers just getting out and getting home, eating dinner, and relaxing to a Goof On evening. Well, I don't have the greatest news of all, but looks like I'm moving back to Arizona in about a year. Yep, probably 8 months to a year. Yep. That's all I'm going to say about that. For now, that's the plan. Arizona or Colorado. One of the two. Probably Arizona, but yep. That's definitely, it's 80% possibility it's happening. And yeah. So, I don't know. I think I'm probably going to go. My parents are definitely going to move back to Arizona. And if they do, I am probably going to go. So I'm by them, you know. They need help at this point in their life. So it's the reason I came to Florida. So, yeah, it's just the humidity I never had a cough my whole life. And after being here for about 9-10 months, I developed this cough, and it never goes away. I know you're going to say COVID. Well, whatever it is. I never had it before, and I was in Arizona with COVID, didn't have it then. And my mother diagnosed with COPD after being here about 8 months. She goes to the doctor, and now she's got the COPD. Yeah, I mean, she did smoke for 40 years, but she's quit 20. And even though her lungs look good, apparently that's what happened to her lungs. Well, I'm coughing still. My dad's coughing now. It's like it's a never-ending old people fest. Maybe that's what it is. I think we lived in Arizona so long, and it was so dry out there all those years, that it's still shock to our body being out here. I don't feel too bad, although I do have this annoying cough every morning, and you'll hear it sometimes on the show. It's like, I'm not sick. I feel fine. Nothing's coming up out of me. I stopped, I haven't refunded any food in a month. So, we're on the right track. But the cough is still there. It could be residual from COVID. It could be. But I don't think it is. Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, in the UFO news, now, all day, not all day, but I'm going over Twitter and I'm looking online for stories. And the only thing I see people really talking about is the balloon. They're still talking about the balloon, Well, I don't know why, really. All right, China had a balloon come over. What does that have to do with you or I? It doesn't have anything to do with ufology, really. But they're trying to make it part of the UFO world by saying, if you use the 5 observables, and, they try dragging it in using Lou's 5 observables. Whatever happened about, close encounter of the first kind, second kind, third kind, fourth kind, fifth kind. What about those 5 kinds? Are we just scratching it and letting Lou lead the way? And Lou and Corbell, now, they are out there just talking a bunch of stuff that I have a hard time believing. Now, the thing they're doing is trying to convince everybody that they're not the ones that are the problem. It's the media, right? Lou's blaming it on us. Jeremy Corbell's blaming it on the media and us. And when I say us, they're saying that people who think they're journalists and have podcasts are putting out a narrative that just isn't true. Well, what is the truth? Okay? The truth is you want to tell us stories that cannot be verified. Well, it's corroborated this guy and this girl and no. We need evidence. Enough of this and give us this. We need to see stuff. Jeremy, Lou, we're tired of hearing about it. But don't worry, Corbell says, yesterday's show title, more is coming. Oh yeah, they're coming. How long have we been hearing this? Forever. Oh yeah, just wait until you see what's coming. We've been. Don't talk, just give. Show. See, when they keep telling us something's about to happen, something is coming, we've got the goods, expect the opposite. Has it ever lived up to the hype? Has it? No. The only video that's ever lived up to any hype is the gimbal. Right? Well, I've got, a bunch of, not a bunch, but I got audio clips of these guys just, talking out the side of their mouth. They want us to believe so badly that they're telling us the truth. And anytime somebody's trying to force feed me something that I must believe, they're insisting we are all wrong. They're insisting we are. And I know what they're saying. I see what everybody's saying. Well, we need evidence. We need evidence. We need evidence. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Isn't this it? Isn't this blob on the screen from the space jet or whatever you want to call that thing, the spy jet? Isn't that a great piece of evidence? What happened? Now we're not talking about the blob anymore? That blob, man, that was so stupid, that Mosul orb. Dumb. Dumbest thing all day. Dumbest thing. I got to do a little bit of this real quick for everybody. Roll call. Lisa Bowden. Welcome to the show. Search and Destroy. Welcome back. Truthertainment. Saw you last night. Welcome to the show. Nice to see you again. Hey, Bob, the Shirtless Wonder. What's up, Bob B? 2 B's are better than 1. Speaking of bees, the queen bee of Goof On, Rebecca Wiles. What's up, Becca? Good to see you. Alfie, Joe, Bob. What do you say, AJB? That's hard to say. Hexen. What's up, Hexen? Good to see you. Diamond Dog, welcome to the show. Good to see you back. Dave Bailey, back in action. What's up, Chief? Hellfire Studios, what do you say? How do you be? David Wilcox, there you are. Now I'm feeling comfortable. Now I'm feeling better. Brookers is here. Diane Boss, it's starting to look like Christmas. Bernie Muro, what's up? Dorothy, too? Everybody's here. Everybody's a winner. Chris Rogers is here. FGraph72, welcome to the show. And Andrew Scott Luthor, ASL. Nathan from the Q Show, Quantum Show. Nathan Allen, Nathan Itzke, Nathan's Hot Dogs, the Quantum Show. Moonlight, what's up, Chief? How you doing, man? Good to see you back here. El Mons, what do you say? EM is in the house. Blinkin' Liar. Love the name. Love the name. Blinkin' Liar. That is smart. Chris, so nice. You did it. Wicked world where 3 W's are not in succession. Good job. Moody Mongol, everybody. Welcome to the... Ooh, did I already say it? If I didn't, I said it again anyway. Scott Acha, what do you say there, Chief? Welcome to this show. All right. Tim Freestone. There we go. Bernie Muro, Jammer Travels. Ben, the Yorkshire Goophonian. Paula Faust. Derek Kennedy. Derek Kennedy. Derek Kennedy, if Mr. Howell. Derek Kennedy. Have you seen Gilligan? It's hard to do your name. Derek Kennedy. Hey, look at my bar. Sky Pilot. What's up, Chief? All right, let's get started. If I didn't say I love you, it doesn't mean I didn't say hi. Wait, no. If I didn't say hi, it doesn't mean I don't love you. Yeah, that's the one. Welcome to the show. As I like to say every night, we are truth. Truthology for ufology. You can help support the show with Super Chat, Super Sticker, PayPal, Cash App. All the links are in the show description. You can even become a member of Goof On. And all the links are in the show description and on the homepage of Goof On here on the YouTube, as well as the About section on the channel. Now, under 17, not permitted without parent. Ding. Okay. Hold on a second. So, I did a... Well, I didn't. The computer restarted. I didn't restart it, but there was an update that needed to be done and said this could take a while. And all of a sudden it just started. It should go at 2 a.m. because that's when I have it set up for. And it went. I think maybe I accidentally. Well, anyway, I thought we were going to be delayed. Didn't. Everything went through. Everything's working great. StreamYard is still the way to go. Unless you're just doing a podcast for 30 minutes, Melon might be good for you, but Melon did not work out for us, in case those are wondering. Yep, StreamYard really is, it's seamless, it's fast, and it never fails. I just wish they would go back to the way things were when they first started, but who am I? All right. So Jeremy Corbell is saying the media is lazy. These UFO swarms that he's talking about all over the world are really happening. And he just can't figure out for the life of him why people don't believe what he's saying. And I don't understand why he's that frustrated. Doesn't he understand what he's doing? You need evidence, bro. You cannot just say this is happening. Well, he tried to combat this issue with a witness. So we're going to listen to this. I might have even played a minute of him one night, a couple of days. You know, they have that show Weaponized now. So this guy, it's a 4-minute clip. I'll just play a minute maybe. But he's talking about what he saw. And then I want to talk about it real quick. Just, this is what's happening today.
And this is weaponized.
What people are saying is that this ship called the Bass Strait launched, these objects, these units, okay? And that's been now propagated, and it is 100% false. And I want to hear from somebody who has direct knowledge.
Wait, hold on. What did he say was false?
Launched,
Hold on.
What people are saying is that this ship called the Bass Strait launched, these objects, these units, okay? And that's been now propagated, and it is 100% false. And I want to hear from somebody who has direct knowledge of this. And that's why this is the next little bit of audio. One of the duties of this person was to monitor the Bass Strait in real time. And let's see what this person has to say.
I want to talk about origin. There's been a lot of talk that these objects, if not launched from land, that they were launched from a merchant vessel. So the Bass Strait is, a lot of people are trying to pin this on the Bass Strait. Can you tell me a little bit about that, about origin and what you know about the Bass Strait?
This was the closest that we ever came to on our ship figuring a possible origin outside of coming from land somehow, like you said, traversing those 30 to 50 miles that we were from the nearest islands. So at one point, we did see what looked like multiple air contacts around a merchant ship that was operating in our vicinity of our strike group. And it was a foreign flag merchant ship. And we reached out to them. They denied. They weren't a vessel of interest that we had been worried about or anything. But I think it was like 5 to 10 of the aircraft circling around it. And we never saw it actually land on this vessel.
Was it your impression that the contacts did not belong to the merchant vessel? And can you verify that you asked the merchant vessel and they denied that they were theirs?
Yeah, I could verify the latter for sure. And that was also why I sort of skirted around saying many details about that merchant vessel, because I'm not sure where they.
So we got a merchant vessel with a foreign flag that's not willing to talk about it and denying they saw anything. Great evidence. Well, this guy saw it. I'm sold. Hey, he said it. It had to have happened. It's nice, that he got that guy to record some audio about what he saw. But again, there's a problem here. You got to back it up, right? If Jeremy wants us to believe him and insists that everything he's telling us is the truth, because he was going off on some podcast, maybe his own, talking about how upset he is that people just don't believe him. And he's saying, and he's calling out the media and podcasters and other people in on Twitter. And what does he expect? We just lay down and accept everything he says? Even when he gives us video, it's shady. This is probably a real story, and it's nice. There's a little bit of something confirming, but I don't know this guy. Who is this guy? Hey, let me tell you something. I have a story. I was in the Bass Strait too when that was happening. And when we saw these UFOs, or whatever you want to call them, at that merchant vessel, I was scared. I wanted to get out of there. I didn't like the way these UFOs were just like swooping down and then stopping over the deck. And it looked like, I mean, you don't have to believe what I'm saying, but a beam came out of this thing and it looked like it lifted up something or someone right off the deck. So I know what I saw. See, it's not that hard to make up a story. I just did it. And I wasn't even there, and I was better sounding than that guy who told it. No, that guy sounded good. He sounded legit. But it's a problem. It is. It's a big problem with these stories. Look, I want to believe Jeremy, but his track record isn't so good. So he's got to try a little harder as far as I'm concerned when it comes to any evidence from the ufological sense. And I thought I saw a super chat. Dorothy, there you are, throwing down a $2 super chat, a super dono at that. Those are the most beautiful. For those who don't know, a super dono is when there's no comment and no sticker. It's just love. Thank you, Dorothy, to start off the show that way. I appreciate it. Mucho gusto, generoso. And there was another one that popped in. So I'll just say my thank yous. But I don't... Look, maybe in Jeremy's world, this is real. These are real stories, real people who saw real things, right? They can't explain it. And I want to believe, but I have a very hard time believing any of these guys because the lack of evidence and the evidence that they do bring forward doesn't match up with the narrative, the story of the sightings. So here we have what sounds like a really good and interesting sighting. Again, falls short of evidence. Believability factor, I believe it. But, it's a story. So, I don't know. I still don't know. Brian throwing down $2 too with the super duper super dono. It's a beautiful day here at Goof On, Brian. Thank you for making it that much better. Mucho gusto supportso. Thanks, man. A continuing supporter of Goof On, just like Dorothy. Appreciate that. Mr. Robert Wilhelm. Do you know I still have a dozen eggs. I bought them a week ago. They were $7 for the dozen. They were large. And I haven't eaten them yet, but I think I will make some egg sandwiches, some egg salad, and some egg soup. Robert Wilhelm throwing down $10 for 6 eggs. I appreciate that. That'll give me a couple of meals right there. Yeah, because, I make other stuff with the eggs. Bacon, a couple of pieces of 12-grain toast, or scrambled eggs. Anyway, I will. Thank you, Mr. Wilhelm. A continuing supporter of Goof On, too. Thanks, man. Good to see you, too. I think we haven't seen you in a minute. Good to see you, man. Thank you. Appreciate it. That UFO chick is here. How you doing, that UFO chick? The UFO broad. Zach Diecast Malt. What's up, Chief? Murder Hornet returns. What's up, man? Welcome to the show. Jackie Radford. How you doing? Good to see you. All right. Egg drop soup. I make a great egg drop soup. It is oh yeah. I like all eggs. All eggs. All types of eggs. I'm not a big Egg Benedict though, guy. I don't like the Benedict. Brian Yates sent $2. Mr. BY, $2 on the Cash App. Brother, man, thank you very much. That's cool. That one snuck in there. All right, Mr. Yates throwing down. Lots of love. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it. Everything goes right back into the show. I swear to God it does. All right. Well, got to feed the show. What's this? Hey, Rich, Blinken Liar is saying, do a piece on the Frederick Valentic. I did. I've done that. That was a year ago. Fascinating UFO event, probably the most famous case in Australia, next to the Westall. Yeah, I've done that. We did something on that last year. I usually do that. I will. Yeah, it's been a minute. I know the case real well now, so I can just spit it out. But yeah, I will. Thank you. What's this? Jeremy Corbell verified happy birthday at CIA. 74 years ago, the National Security Act of 47 formally established the CIA as a civilian foreign intelligence agency. Yeah. Wasn't the CIA made to go spy on, right? Everywhere else. The FBI works here. The CIA works outside the U.S., right? Supposed to? I don't know. Something like that. Thank you very much. Yeah, I don't know. What is this? Jeremy Corbell verified happy birthday at... Oh, it was 74 years ago. I see. Got it. Yep. He is a bootlicker. He is. Wait, hold on. Is there anything else coming up on this?
Investigation went afterwards, sort of helped compose
that witness that was talking about
the message that we sent off, because I'd seen it, and like I said, we didn't see them land on it, and that was what we really wanted to see. Like, we really wanted to see either a launch or a landing. We didn't know if possibly this vessel had a foreign nation's intelligence detachment on board or something like that doing this. They did deny they were the source, and they also never landed or launched them. So
I have a question. I know Ryan Graves and his fly buddies saw these for 2 years, right? How come nobody ever chased them down? You know, when they said they can see them in the distance, you know, like they were, like a bunch of them were just sitting there, you know, just watching. Why didn't they go fly into it? I never heard anybody. I know Fravor's story and all that, but I'm talking every single time those UFOs were out there, they should have flown towards them. Now, I understand they have to do their training missions and fly and all that stuff. I guess if they're not harming anybody, what's the harm if they're sitting back there watching us? Well, it's the same harm as a harmless Chinese spy balloon flying over the United States. It ain't supposed to be there. Oh, well, I'll just let it fly around a little bit. Yeah, let them gather intelligence, why don't we? Yeah, we'll go fly after 1 or 2, but after that, I ain't wasting no fuel. Nah, let them come to me. And then when they did, right, Fravor said, oh, he's telling that story how one of these UFOs went right in between, you know, the plane, 2 planes of somebody and another pilot. Hey, you got what you wanted, but no pictures, no evidence. It's amazing. 2 years and that much. Boop. Bupkis. Yeah, Ryan Graves is great. I like these people. They go out there. They know. I like these people who think they know more than the pilots see. Pilots, they're credible people, and people are ripping on them for reporting what they've seen. No, that's not what we're doing, as someone tweeted today. Nobody's getting on them for what they've seen. Nobody's telling them what they saw. We're not saying they didn't see this. We're saying, prove it. Prove it. Prove it. Prove it. And you can't do it. And it'll never happen. And Corbell's out there calling all of us liars, lazy, terrible podcast journalists. Yeah, that's funny. That's a little bit ironic, considering who's calling us that. The guy with the worst UFO videos that went mainstream in the history of ufology is telling us, oh yeah, they're lazy and they're doing terrible journalism. I never claimed to be a journalist. But I will tell about my research, though. That is faux show. Faux show. This is getting crazy. I'm going to play this video from Anonymous. This came out today. It's a 10-minute video, but it says, watch closely. I don't know what's going to happen. I haven't watched this, so let's take a look. Well, I don't know what part I'm supposed to watch, but...
Alien technology isn't alien anymore.
Oh.
Oftentimes, regular citizens spot something in the sky, or even at land or at sea, that's completely unbelievable. While some things just cannot be explained, others can be traced back to the government and just how secretive their missions have truly become. If these so-called alien technology are not only found, but also made on Earth, are they still really alien? In 2016, the United States Navy received a patent application for an inertial mass reduction device, similarly shaped to several unidentified flying objects, UFO, caught in more than one instance in the United States. In 2018, this patent application was published and is currently set to expire in 2036.
We talked about this on Third Phase of Moon 2 years ago. We did a mini documentary on all this stuff.
Is the United States Navy developing alien technology based on these sightings? Are rumors true that China's already one step ahead of the United States?
Not only is China one step ahead, they're light years ahead of us in this hypersonic technology.
In terms of this alien technology. In 2015, 5 United States Navy crewmen reported that they encountered unidentified objects off the east coast of the United States.
We know.
2 pilots went on the record and said that the surreal craft they encountered had performance that defies...
Let's not forget, David Fravor first went on the record, and then when people were like, well... Then they brought in Alex Dietrich to kind of make that story sizzle a lot hotter. Give it a little more credibility. But we still haven't seen Bupkis. And if you ever watch those old interviews with Alex Dietrich, she does not look pleased. She looks like she is questioning everything. You can see her just listening to David Fravor, and she's got this look on her face like she's trying to remember. Is that the way it happened? I'm not so sure. That kind of look. I don't know her, so it's hard for me to judge. But, you know, first impressions also are everlasting.
Aerodynamic capabilities. While not much is said about the unidentified aircraft's physical description due to the distance and heights the craft has been seen in, they recollect that it was tic-tac shaped, oblong-like, that had rounded fronts and backs. They even went as far as describing these unidentified flying objects as something akin to special effects you would have seen in a sci-fi movie in the late 1980s. In a 2019 New York Times article, Lieutenant Ryan Graves, an FA-18 Super Hornet pilot for a decade, recalled that in 2014 and 2015, he would witness strange aircrafts appearing in their training space. What's interesting with these aircraft...
But Ryan Graves didn't. He didn't see them with his eyes, right? Did he or did he not see these UFOs with his eyes? Because didn't I play that clip where he said he didn't see it with his eyes, only on radar? That's why I have such a difficult time with Ryan Graves. Like, why are we getting all this information from Graves just off of radar? And by the way, Ryan Graves is responsible for radar spoofing software, I found out. Well, everybody can find that out. Isn't that weird? He's the guy who hasn't seen the UFOs, knows a lot about radar spoofing, doesn't see them for 2 years, but everybody else did. But they showed up on his radar. Yeah, I don't know. Did they? Yeah, just a story. We don't have any evidence, so I'm sorry if I am a little bit on the cautious side when believing Ryan Graves. I don't know what to believe anymore. I'm just telling you, I don't know. Nothing makes sense anymore.
Is that they did not just
They have done a really
second.
good job of muddying the waters, confusing everybody, telling us that all sorts of odd things. I can't think right now.
They would appear for hours. Most surprisingly, these aircrafts would appear for about 12 hours or longer because of their speed and unusual travel.
And you mean to tell me there's no video? I know there is, right? But why? Yeah. We can never see this video. I'm sad about that. So I try to put myself in your shoes listening to me talking. And I try to imagine a show where the host says he believes in UFOs but doesn't believe anything anybody ever says. Well, it's not that I don't believe people. It's just the more grandiose the story, the more bullshittery. And we've heard a lot of great stuff over the last couple of years, right? But we just haven't seen it. It's nice to talk about. If I had ever told you about a fleet video that I had, and then I said, oh yeah, you could see 2 of these UFOs dodge an object that was just hovering. They were going right for it, and they moved right out of the way. You would want to see that video, right? You have, but I'm saying if I never showed that video, it's like, who cares? It's another one of Rich's stories. By the way, tonight I was trying to showcase my UFO sightings in chronological order, because I think the way I'm going to do this is kind of interesting. You get to see how much I've learned over the times, and it's kind of nice to go in order. But then again, my best sightings were way ahead of that. So, strangest thing, and it made me. I almost didn't do the show because I was so distraught. I don't know where my main camera is, right? It was here. I moved with it. It should be right here next to me in the bag where I keep it with one bag of tapes. It's not in there. So I found my second camera identical to the first, and everything was in there except the part of the power cord that goes into the power. So how I lost one camera, the power cord to the other camera, I tore this house apart. I went to my parents. They said they swear they don't have it. I believe them, but they didn't have it. It was here a month ago. And there was a tape in there. It was the fleet video. And if I can't find that thing, it's got to be somewhere. If I can't find it, man, something's wrong. How? I don't know. I'll find it, I'm sure. But how did I lose it? I kept it here for this day, next to me. So I couldn't even plug a camera in, even if I wanted to. I don't have the power cord. I have half of one. I've got half of it. Here's the camera. And then all I have is this part. And I don't have that cord. So I don't know, man. But I am going to do everything I can. I still have the tapes, and I'll order another cord if I can't find it. Get it shipped here in 2 days, and I want to show my goods. I want to show you my goods. I think you'll enjoy it. I think you'll have a lot of fun watching it. It's interesting. It's interesting. Robert Wilhelm throwing down $10 says bacon to go with your eggs. Bacon lubricates the arteries, keeps the blood flowing. Yes, I do eat bacon, and I also eat hash browns. I make legitimate hash browns. Ore-Ida has the best hash browns. I've tried them all. Ore-Ida's the best. Yeah, I put the little cooking oil in the thing. I get it all hot. I throw it in. And psst. You know, I love cooking in the morning. I love having breakfast for dinner. Now I'm starving. Now I am mouth-watering starving. I already worked out today. I worked out at 3:30 in the afternoon. Thank you, Robert. Throwing down $10 for bacon. I'm going to have the most expensive bacon and egg breakfast tomorrow. Thank you, Robert. Mucho gusto, generoso. Thanks, man. What's up, Atlantis is found? Carnundrum? SoCal Squatcha. Eon Four-Sided Dipper. Oh. Oh. No. Don't do that. Do not do this. No. I don't need a new camera. The cord is $7. I'll buy. Don't do that. Thank you, Jammer Travels, but Goofon doesn't beg for money like the Angry Channel. I need to get a PlayStation for my son, but I don't want to buy it. Can you guys help me buy Christmas presents for my family? I'm having a birthday in March. Can somebody frickin' buy me a new car? You know, I mean, come on. How ridiculous are we going to get? I guess, hey, if you don't ask, nobody would do it, right? He's asking. They did it. Unbelievable. Begging for Christmas gift money. Something I couldn't do. No, Robert. Mr. Wilhelm. Now you're making me, you know what else I needed? I usually eat. No, I was kidding. That's a $25. You know what? That's a $25 breakfast at the Good Egg with coffee and extra hash browns or bacon. $3 extra. Yeah. They don't have Good Egg here in Florida. It makes me angry. Not where I live. Best eggs on the planet. My opinion. Thanks, Robert. Mr. Wilhelm throwing down bacon, hash browns, and eggs for me. Most expensive breakfast. At least we're, it's not the Ritz-Carlton, but, what's this? For some hash. Well, we'll take the hash. Hey, I didn't know there was this stuff called keef. The little crystals that are on weed, and then when you put it in a grinder, all this keef falls off, all the crystals, and then you can buy it and sprinkle it on your stuff. I don't know if it works. Does anybody know? I don't know. I didn't buy any keef, but Brian, I will probably, I've had hash. I'm not a hash fan. Gives me a headache. It did. Brian, hash it is, though, because you sent $2. Yeah, I'm getting heartburn. Because I'm very hungry. Very, very hungry right now. I did eat. Yes, I will. Yeah. I know, Diane, you can make it a lot cheaper and better, I'm pretty sure. But there's, nothing like sitting at the Good Egg. I like sitting at the counter. Me and my ex-wife used to go there all the time to the Good Egg every Sunday. Like one of those couples that you see, hey, Mr. and Mrs. G, you want your regular table? No, we're going to sit at the counter today. Nobody's sitting there today. That's a good idea. Conundrum! Get some Canadian bacon, eh? Back bacon. All right, back fat bacon. Love me some back fat bacon. Thank you, Will Carnundrum, a continuing supporter of Goof On. Good friend of the show. Hey, Lantonionio's here. What do you say there, Rubberneck? What do you say there, Slap Happy? I don't know what that means. I don't know. That one was for Tim. Freestone. Thanks for the support. Carnundrum. Don't forget to see Carnundrum on TikTok. Carnundrum. The most incredible videos you'll always see, even when you close your eyes. English.
Travel path, they would have needed to refuel. But in this case, they were just in the sky for a prolonged period of time. Lieutenant Ryan Graves would continue to reveal that while fighter jets would often pick up pings on the radar, they would often ignore for false radar tracks. This specific aircraft was persistently present in the area. Graves claims that it would show up at 30,000 feet and at 20,000 feet, and then at sea level. The unidentified object would accelerate, then slow down, then hit hypersonic speeds that wouldn't be possible with today's technology, unless it were extremely advanced yet hidden, or simply extraterrestrial.
Do you know Bob Lazar had better UFO evidence than all this stuff? Remember when Bob Lazar went to the mountain a few times and they got some really cool video? Better than the Tic Tac. You don't want to know why? Tic Tac has never been filmed or recorded for public viewing. I find that very suspect. That the Tic Tac has yet to be recorded or shown to us. I think it's strange. Yeah, I'm weird that way. Yeah, call me funny because I'm weird. I want to play a couple of videos just to shake things up a little bit. These are from Viral Duck Films. We never finished playing the videos here. These are some of the best UFO sightings ever, and he compiled it. It's just interesting to look at while I get ready for the top of the hour. Check this out. And of course, I'll put the link to this in the show description. Viral Duck Films. Here we go. With full permission. So we don't have to do this.
Yang dilihat itu, namun beberapa penggemar UFO menyatakan jika ini merupakan penampakan UFO paling menakjubkan dengan gerakan manuver.
Thank you for that Facebook one-up. Facebook listeners and Twitter followers watching the show tonight. Thank you. Pertanto sotto il perronda terrere rojo. Kush. Akashi Chris Kush. That's a good one, right? That was interesting. I don't remember seeing this one. Mira, mira.
Esa es una nave. Esa es una nave. Se va dando vueltas.
It's the Navi? Where are they? Avatar? There it is. Waterworld. Those aren't real. Right? Aren't those fake? Yeah, they look fake. That is so fake. Remember that? Has anybody debunked this yet? This is the one that looked like it had an alien inside of it. Remember? Third Phase of Moon did a really good close-up of this thing. It is weird. Ugh. There's some close-ups. I don't know. It looks fake, doesn't it? Looks like a fish in the sky. Here's the one. Skinny boob. Wasn't this was fake, right? Yeah, this was a fake one.
Slammed on the brakes.
Totally. This one was definitely deemed fake.
I jumped out of my truck as it came up over me. It was about 30 feet over my head. I remember thinking I could hit this with a rock. It was a gunmetal gray, and there was like thousands and thousands of thumbprints in it. It just meandered, this huge craft that took up 70% of the horizon.
Die Glocke! Remember that? That was a good one. I like that one. The thing is, if some of these were real UFOs, don't you think we would fly right by them like they did with the weather balloon? We know they can do it. It's happened a lot in Arizona. From time to time, there would be a sighting, and then I lived about 50 miles from Luke Air Force Base, but any time they would send out their F-18, 15, 14s, whatever they had flying around, you would hear a little rumble. And you're like, that's got to be Luke. And then you find out on the news an hour later, Luke Air Force saw some what they think were drones in the vicinity, but we just found out that Lou Elizondo says that they now call UFOs drones in some reports, right? A little more muddying the waters for us. I like that. Yeah, because Lou's trying to save face, that's all. Making up that silly comment. I don't know anybody who used the word drone in place of UFOs, or even they use UAP. Lou is saying even the UAP acronym has now got stigmatized. It's amazing, right? Everything this guy touches turns to crap overnight. Everything. Everywhere he goes, he's like a bull in a china shop. I'm telling you. He is that guy. He ruined UAP. I don't know how he did it. I don't like saying UAP, but I mean, I'll read it if it's in an article. I hate it though. What time is it? You know what? It is about time to get a little jiggy. Should we have a little fun? Top of the hour? Come on, everybody. I want everybody to get up and start dancing. It's the Gomez swap. Huh? Come on, everybody. Chiquita banana. Woo, banana. Come on, Christina. Put your hands up in the air, girl. Shake it like you don't care, sister. That's what you do in the middle of an interview with Ziegfugel. She takes a 5-minute break and does that when you have Brandon Fugel on your show. God bless her. It's okay. I don't mind. I don't mind. take you back to my house for a little bit of reliving my life a little bit.
One pork chop. One. Hey, Frank. It's disgusting, right? Sick. We just wash the hair. You know, I work on my hair a long time, and you hit it. He hits my hair.
Take care. Never touch the hair. Never touch the dew. It's pretty scary. Pretty scary. And I know some people hate the top of the hour for this reason too. We got to relax. Open up a little, will you, everybody? Come on now. Whoops. The crap circle song. Farting. Oh.
Why are they?
Everybody sing along.
What do they mean? What are they?
What are they?
Why are they?
Why are they?
What do they mean?
What are they, everybody?
Are they harbingers of world change?
Yeah.
Secrets in the field.
What are they?
Are they harbingers of world change? Secrets in the field. Are they harbingers of world change?
Now we're back. Everybody okay? You feel a little better, a little relaxed? You got your cup of coffee for round 2 through 10? UFO fun fact. The 2019 UFO swarms were definitely not Chinese drones like the lazy parrot media reported to you by subpar journalists. New eyewitness finally taking publicly, if you've lied to the public because of malintent or bias, beware. Jeremy Corbell is doing what Lou said, is saying the same thing. If you are lying about anything with malintent or bias, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. But you can't have free speech. You can't say I'm lying. Yeah, we can. We did. We are. We will. Unbelievable, the guy, right? How do you say such a thing? Beware? Beware of what? What, Stinkfist? What? Crazy Eye? Unbelievable, the balls on this guy. I don't know where they are. I think Lou got them. Some UFOs. I know there was a... Oh, shit. I knew I had to do something at the top of the hour. Into Thin Air News. Shit. My bad. My bad. My bad. My bad. Into Thin Air News coming right up. Coming to you from the far reaches on the planet Earth comes Into Thin Air News, bringing you strange weather phenomenon like earthquakes in unusual places and loud booms and strange clouds and strange... All right, here we go. I2TA! Giddy up! Bow, bow, bow.
All right, everybody, welcome back. February 6, 2023, and as we said last night, this would be taking over the news today. As I'm sure many of you know, there was a major, massive mega earthquake in Turkey that spanned multiple countries, completely leveling thousands of buildings, taking thousands of lives. And you're looking at a chart right now where this earthquake quite literally made the earth ring like a bell. These shockwaves circled the earth, and once they met each other, they made their way all the way back to Turkey. Turkey, but not without causing earthquakes in other areas. In fact, there was a 4.0 earthquake in Buffalo, New York that was a direct result of the Turkey earthquake. Now think about that for a second. A United States earthquake taking place because of how strong this earthquake was in the country of Turkey. And I hate to say it, but in my opinion, the fact that there was a 7.5 aftershock truly tells me that this was a lot bigger than I think we're being told. And
It
that's
was
not
an
just coming
8.0.
from my mouth. There are many people out there, including professionals, that believe that this earthquake could have actually been closer to a mid-8. Some even say close to a 9. A lot of this stuff I can't show you full videos of, but you can see with your own eyes that this was not something you see every day. This might be one of the most devastating and life-affecting earthquakes we've ever had. Jumping back over to the USGS, I'm sure you guys have seen this chart a million times now, but again, this super rare situation is just something you don't always see. We started with the 7.8 yesterday, and then I remember it was followed by a few 6s. You can see the 6.7, the 6.0, dozens of mid-grade 5 magnitude earthquakes, and then there was the 7.5. So these two 7s were not back-to-back. So this 7.5 right here is technically considered an aftershock. Now that alone is a super major earthquake. So to see a 7.5 coming from the original 7.8, I'm sorry, but that just tells me that this was a lot bigger. They have adjusted the depth. They're saying it was 17.9 kilometers, so that kind of takes into account why we're seeing all this damage. And we are talking thousands of buildings, which is why, unfortunately, that number of people lost is going to dramatically rise. Even at this very moment, we are getting reports of mid-grade 5s taking place within this area, but now spreading out into other areas. We can look about 700 miles away, and just about 5 hours ago, a 5.5 took place in western Turkey, and also hundreds of miles away, closer to when this actually took place, a 5.2 considered in Turkey just off the coast here. And of course, as I mentioned before, down in Syria, they're reporting hundreds of lives lost. And again, that is a few hundred miles away from the epicenter of where this all began. Now, in the coming days, weeks, months, and gosh, even years to come, we're going to be talking about this earthquake. But one article that specifically stuck out to me this morning was attached to a video that I can't really show you, but a news reporter was doing a live report after the major earthquake with damage all around him, and then all of a sudden another earthquake takes place live on TV. You hear a building collapsing in the background, and they all run towards the building, and this little girl, and it looks like her brother maybe, come walking out of this rubble, and the news anchor picks up the little girl and they walk away, as you could see in the image here. I'll link this one at least in the description box. But again, as I said, the stories that are going to come out of this situation are going to be extremely sad, as they already are. And as I stated in my video from last night where we didn't have much information, we knew that this was not going to be good. Not to mention the hardest hit area of Turkey is also going through some significant weather right now, making this even harder for rescue efforts to even take place. So this is just turning into one terrible situation after another. And all you can really think about is what these poor people are going through. Some of the videos I watched before even making this, I actually had to turn off because it's just so incredibly sad seeing everything you've ever known around you just completely destroyed. And I think that is where I'm going to leave it for now. Of course, there's plenty more to talk about with this earthquake, but we're going to let some more articles come in, some more details take place. And you will certainly not have a lack of information when it comes to this earthquake. One of the more devastating we've ever seen, and they are just now starting to try to pick up the pieces.
Thanks to Into Thin Air for another awesome report on what's going on around the world that is affecting lives. So I appreciate that for sure. I'll put the link to that in the show description as soon as the show ends tonight. You know, I just remembered something. 2 nights ago, the day before they had the earthquake, I had the same dream two days in a row where it felt like I was being trapped, you know, and in a black place no matter where I put my hands, and I couldn't see anything. I thought I died, you know, something like that. I wonder if I dreamed that I was trapped in the rubble of an earthquake. Maybe I foresaw somebody's future. That'd be weird. But you see, I could take those dreams and switch it. If I was a guy like Whitley Strieber, who lives on bullshit, I could literally weave that into my life and make that a very cool sounding story if I wanted to, right? And then people be like, wow, You might be psychic, Rich. I mean, that's crazy. That dream. I just add a little this, add a little bit of that, a little salt and pepper, make it a little spicier. People would buy that story, but that's not what we do. But that's what people do. I think a lot of the dreams are turned into stories that people wish they had happened to them. I talk about my dreams of the UFOs and seeing them and all that stuff. And I had those dreams when I was very young, and I still remember them like they were yesterday because I purposely don't forget them. And I don't think I can anymore. But even the stuff that happened when I got into ufology in 2007-ish, yeah, I mean, you never forget these experiences. But like I think Bledsoe is doing, I think he takes dreams and maybe even hallucinations of some type and turn them into his reality, that he is seeing this woman, this all being, and having these great visions and predictions that supposedly come true, which bullshit. No, there's no proof of that. Anyway, but it is what it is. All right, I don't want to get into bashing anybody. It's not what we do here. So long, and thanks for all the fish tweeted. UFOs sighted following jet. 3 small UFOs followed a plane. What's your opinion? Let's pull it up. It's an Insta. Oh, that's, yeah, I see. All right, you take a look at this. Don't go by what I'm saying with my face. Don't go by my face. Check it out. It might be hard to see, but keep your eyes focused. I can't make it bigger. Where's Orange Reason? Shut up. So rude. Yeah, I'm definitely going to get dinged for that Hans Zimmer song, but who cares? So what do you think, man? CGI? Michigan UFO sightings and paranormal encounters. Welcome to the show, Wayne. It's bullshisha. Those are fighter escorts blurred. You know that though for a fact though? I mean, I'm not trying to be, you know that for a fact. I mean, it is. Is that known as a fact though? Oh, Brooker, see you later. I'm sorry it got boring. I know it's just starting to pick up. Maybe. All right, hang out if you can. If you can't, I hope you have a nice dream about me. Well. See, that's interesting. So it's from Jaime Maussan, so it's automatically fake? Is that what you're saying? Are you saying that about Jaime? Oh, no. Jaime, we weren't talking about you. Oh, yeah. Somebody was. Wayne. Is that what you mean? Poor Jaime. Hey, you know, I do a good fucking job, Reesh. I know, Jaime. But your reputation... 6 times, Jaime. 6. Wow, 6 times. Wow. 6 times you were caught saying something was an alien or a real UFO and it turned out to be fake or fraud or fake. Oh, you forgot fake, and hoax. All right. Yeah, I didn't know that was from Jaime. Poor Jaime. You know, Jaime doesn't do any of that work. He doesn't find the videos or any of that. He's got his nephews working for him. His family does it, right? He's got this little news center they created. They get all the stories. They dig for them. They put this 2-hour show on, I think, every day. It's well produced. But Jaime gets them from them. Okay, now we got the story UFO. Okay. He doesn't question, no, I can't put that in there. It's fake. He doesn't know. He doesn't care. He's just going to read what's on the script. Because what is Jaime? Jaime is a journalist for 60 Minutos. Well, he used to be in Mexico in the 90s. Chris Spitzer on Twitter says, there are UFO photos that are clear. You just haven't seen them. Oh, come on, dude. Don't say stuff like that. He says the problem is that oftentimes we don't know for sure if they're real for a start. You know. That's true. The thing about photos now, I don't like any of them. Any of them. That's what's sad. I don't like that I've turned into this person that doesn't believe anything, even though I do. I do. I really do. I believe some things. And then I'm wrong, I find out. You know, it's like, God. So our good friend UFO Jesus did a video today. He says in the Jeremy Corbell and George Knapp, their latest episode, Jeremy stated that there were other UAP swarms on the East Coast, just like the West Coast. And further, that this has happened all around the world in various seas. Corbell stated they will be breaking that story in the future. I tend to believe that's where the UFOs are. I think they are water inhabitants. I just have a very strong feeling to water for some reason. Always have with the UFOs. Always felt that way. I never felt that they were from Mars. I flipped and flopped all over whether they lived on the moon or are on the moon, watching everything from there, like the movie Truman Show. Which, by the way, how would you guys like to do a movie night on Saturday nights from now on? A movie night. We can find something to watch, or check it out. We all tune in at the same time, watch it. I know it's hard, but then when I say pause it, we pause it. And then whatever time it's at, like 1 minute and 11 seconds, I'll say, get it set up for 1 minute and 11. If you're not at 1:11, and then the next time, okay, pause it now. I pause mine at the 2-minute mark. Make sure you're at 2 minutes. So what I want to talk about in the last 45 seconds was maybe we can do that, or, you know, every 10 minutes, stop what we're doing, watching the movie, and maybe talk about it. Maybe we could all watch like Fire in the Sky. No, it's an example. I don't know what we could watch. It would have to be something older. I want to watch Unsolved Mystery UFOs, because I have the DVD set of all the Unsolved Mystery UFOs. Not that I could play them for you, but then that wouldn't be fair to people, because you would have to buy it. It has to be something free. I don't know. If anybody has any ideas, let me know. You can email me at goofonradio@gmail.com. And remember, no dots. Okay? Okay. All right? No? It's good, right? All right. Oh, by the way, just to reiterate, because I've heard a few people say it, nobody here. The word height is not pronounced height. It is pronounced height because there is no TH at the end of height. Just for people listening in. Here you go. Send any ideas to goofonradio@gmail.com. No dots, please. All right. Back to the grind here. So, I couldn't believe it did. That earthquake messed up part of Buffalo, right? Shook them up a little bit over there. It's crazy. It's crazy what's going on in this world. That earthquake, I bet, was an 8.123 or who knows. I think it was bigger. If they had an aftershock of 7.5 after they think it was a 7.8, it doesn't necessarily mean a 7.8 can't have a 7.5. But usually they're not that close, but that is wicked. Yeah, I forgot all about the earthquake. I want to look at some videos too. In my anonymous shadow posted this. Says, in my personal encounters / experiences, I've seen small and tall grays involving sleep paralysis to being visited by a total of more than 5 plus, in my home surrounding my bed for a period of 2 weeks. Now, they've been with me all of my life, he says. Wow. Wow. Okay. Huh. I wonder why. You know, the Cousins brothers also had experiences they talked about publicly by seeing very small alien-looking creatures when they were, I think, 13-ish. Yeah. Maybe a little younger. I don't remember exactly, but they saw aliens. I saw one at the foot of my bed in a dream, and then I also was shrunken down. I was shrunken down to the size of a cockroach. I was a cockroach for a minute, and I remember that, man, when they shrunk me down, I felt wrong. I felt like there's no experience, there's no word to describe. It's just the most uncomfortable feeling you could ever imagine. I can't explain it. Yeah, it's a weird experience that I had when I was a kid, about 6-ish. I had some really good experiences when I was a little kid. Tara tweeted, no idea if these are UAPs or not, but it seems like more and more people are paying attention. There's a video here. All right. Well, come on. Oh, so they think they're getting some sort of lights over Yakima in May of 2021. I'm waiting for it to load. I just want to see if I got the right video. The person filming the video did not have an explanation for the lights they filmed, but the comment section had some good ideas. One user said Yakima's a hot spot, and a friend and I witnessed lights. A lot of people have. All right, here it is. Let me bring it around so I can show the world what they saw at the Yak. Emma, Washington. A, B, C, D. Here we go. Vegush. Is there volume? No sound. No sound. Okay. So, nice, right? But probably airplanes coming in for a landing. Watch till the end. Straight UFOs. Oh, look at that. That's an airplane. Come on. Come on. Jiminy Glick. All right, what are they doing? Oh, that's interesting, right? Did you see that? Did you see that? They look just like drones to me. But I don't know. I don't know. This is wild. Hold on, let's go back. Pause this thing when it gets up to the screen, right? See that? They were all green for a second. Green and red. Okay, so these are man-made. Man-made, from what I was told, man-made objects have red, green, blue, and white lights. Anything else? Yeah, this looks like some sort of, and the lights just turned off, or did it go just the roof of the car here? Yeah, that's got to be what it is. So I'm not so sure what we're seeing here, but I'm not believing these are UFOs. You know what I mean? They look very similar to stuff we have. See, that's what I don't like. It's a shame. Just disappeared right there. It's a shame. I don't know. What do you guys think? Anything? Yes, drones. When you paused it, I saw the individual lights. Yeah, me too. Me too. Plasma owl entities. You know, why can't we ever see that? I want to see that on video. Why can't we ever see anything like that? Honey, I shrunk. You know what's funnier than that? Honey, I shrunk Dick. It's my name. Unbelievable. Yeah, very scary. I know. I'm telling you. Hey, Z-Mug. Marie says, I had that before, Richie. It was very scary. I know. It's not fun. Jim Bud Royale. Oh, that's not very nice. So you weren't even alive back then. And another reason that's not true, because they weren't at the fairgrounds in '85. Yeah. I'm just checking out what the chat room is saying. You know me, I don't really talk that much to the chat because it's just me. And, trying to focus on, I'm getting a little better at doing a little bit here and there. I feel weird doing it because I feel like I am taking away from the flow, and I don't think you guys want to hear me talk to you, but I always say, yeah, I got to talk more to you guys. Alien Resistance Club tweeted this today. Oh, this is the most, this is really weird. I don't know about this. You guys would probably know. But this is apparently the clearest version of this alien picture ever taken. So I'm going to show you this. It's a picture of it's this very, very popular picture of an alien. And you'll see. This is supposed to be real. I zoomed in on this. I got to tell you, I don't know, man. This is bizarre. You remember this? I'm going to take a picture here. Watch. I'll blow it up a little bit so you guys can see it. Yeah, let me pull it up for you. I know you can't see what I'm doing yet, but I am getting I'm getting it ready to show you in a better close-up version. So hold on. Here we go. All right. This is called editing super fast. Nobody does it better. Here we go. In 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There he is. That's your friend. Isn't that bizarre? I don't know, but it looks like an old woman. I see the glasses here, the nose there, a big, goofy old lady chin. It looks like an old lady. Look at that. Right? Oh, this picture is from the 70s, I think. 60s, 70s. It's a famous one. Yeah, the aluminum suit. Yep. You're right. It could be a Barbie doll, but they said that it's about 3 feet tall. And the grass here is about 18 inches, they said. And the pod, his ship, is back here behind him. Apparently, the pod is 5 feet tall. So they estimate the creature to be 3 feet tall. It's pretty cute, though, isn't he? Right? I mean, you know what I mean? Look at him, how happy he is out there. As happy as could be. I don't know, everybody. It's weird. It looks oriental almost, right? I'm having a little bit of double vision. I see 2 different faces. It's changing depending on how I look at it. So, wow, I see 2 different faces sometimes. I don't like that. Oh, that's so bizarre. Now it looks like Mr. Magoo to me. You know Mr. Magoo? All right, Mr. Magoo. That's that's Mrs. Magoo. That would be Mrs. Magoo. Yeah, I'll show you who he is. Because that's what I see, I'm telling you. It's Jim Backus. Yeah. Look at my boy. That's all. Here, I'll show you. This is what I see, but he's wearing like glasses, it looks like. Mr. Magoo here. Kind of like this guy. That's what I see. That's what it looks like. Yeah, the face is this way, though. That's what it looks like when I see it. Let me see if I can bring it back up. Now that you saw Mr. Magoo. Here's your, oh yes, son of a beep. Here we go, fixed it. And there's Mr. Magoo. Kind of looks like him, right? I don't know. I just don't know. It's fun though. It looks like a doll. They just stood there. Look at the way the legs are. This one heel looks like it's turned inward to keep it from falling, like it's bracing itself. I don't know. Interesting, though. That's a famous picture of a real alien. You just saw an alien on Goof-On tonight. You can tell all your friends and family. That's a real alien. Yeah, it is. It is. Well, we haven't talked about Gary P. Nolan in a few weeks. He says on how the UFO phenomenon might potentially be interested in certain mindsets. Yeah, I brushed up on this the other day, I think. He says certain mindsets, however configured or trained, might recognize data points off the curve as potentially relevant and act upon them. Whether those off the curve points are real or not can then be tested for reality, irreality potential. It's an interesting comment, actually. Yeah, that's a good one. He's right. I always think it's interesting, but I don't anymore. No, I don't know. I want to meet somebody who's got evidence. Now, I don't know if you guys are, I don't know if Alien Girl is going to Vegas in May, but I'm going to be going to Vegas in May. That's my goal. I want to, it's for the Spaced Out Radio get-together party they have. It's the last time they're doing it in Vegas. But I'm going to probably drive. So I have a car for the 3 days, but I'm very interested in meeting everybody down there. So the goal is now to, I think it's May 17th, 18th, 19th, around there, that weekend. But definitely going to go. I definitely don't want not to go. I want to go. But certain things have to fall right perfectly in line for me to go. But that's the goal. Yeah, it'd be cool to meet a lot. Oh, there's a lot of people that are going to be there. From what I heard, a lot of people I want to meet. Maybe they don't want to meet me, but I think they'll be all right. I think they'll be okay. This is an interesting story. A drone made a very interesting discovery. I love when people who fly drones find stuff. Check it out.
From a James Bond movie, amateur military watchers spotted a Chinese submarine using an underground base. The discovery was made by Planet Labs, and they further detailed that it shows a nuclear-powered attack submarine entering a tunnel to an underground base. Drew Thompson, who is a former United States Defense Department official, said the discovery is not something you see every day, and catching a submarine doing this is a rare occurrence.
That's crazy. I would have liked to have seen it halfway under. It didn't look like, it looked like it was parked, but it does look like there was maybe an entrance way underground. That's really wicked stuff, man. James Bond stuff. And they're showing a lot of old James Bond movies this week. I don't know what's going on. Somebody die? Did any one of these people die recently? What time is it? Yeah, I know. Richie, check this. The balloon was not Chinese. Didn't I look at this yesterday? The U.S. military is conducting wide area surveillance tests across 6 Midwest states using experimental high-altitude balloons. Documents filed with the Federal Communications Commission, the FCC, revealed. Up to 25 unmanned solar-powered balloons are being launched from rural South Dakota and drifting 250 miles through an area spanning portions of Minnesota, Iowa, Wisconsin, and Missouri before concluding in central Illinois. Traveling in the stratosphere at altitudes of up to 65,000 feet, the balloons are intended to provide a persistent surveillance system to locate and deter narcotic trafficking and homeland security threats, according to a filing made on behalf of the Sierra Nevada Corporation, an aerospace and defense company. Wow. That's cool. Didn't I read this yesterday, though? It's from 4 years ago. So, I wonder if it is ours. After all that, blame it on China. That's great. Right? I couldn't tell that was a China balloon. Could you tell? I couldn't tell. Hold on. Here we go. Let's see. All right. We got something here I want to play. Just because China. Oh, wait, I saw an email. Movie night suggestion. Telling you, man, this cough, it's unbelievable. It just comes out of nowhere. I start phlegming up. Hey, who sent this? $10? Ah, Dinkamazi. Ah, thank you. Saying the content is always factual and entertaining. Factual, wink wink, as best as we know. Thank you, Dinkamazi with $10, man. Thank you very much. On the PayPal train. PayPal and Cash App. That's I don't want, never mind. But thank you very much. Thank you. Mucho gusto, generoso. Dinkamazi. Thank you. All right, let's see. What are you guys suggesting here? Dorothy That's right. It's a movie night. Here's just 27. Oh, the 27th day is available on free on YouTube. But I don't know if I can stream it during the show. I'll have to ask. I'll ask YouTube. And tells the story of abduction of 5 people onto an alien ship where the alien describes his people's problem. They are dying. Wow. Okay. All right. It's an hour and 20-minute movie. But the 27th day. All right. It looks a little bit older, but it's remastered. But I like that. Yes, I think we'll go with that. I think we're going to go with Dorothy's suggestion. Unless it's ridiculous, but I don't think it is. It sounds cool. Oh, here's another thing we could do. I could find a list of movies that are allowed to be played on YouTube, and then I'll pick 3 at a time, and then you can vote on which one you guys want to watch, and then we'll choose that one. All right, things are looking good. I like that too. So maybe we'll start doing that, but maybe to kick things off, we'll watch that first movie. It's exactly 2 hours long. So the show would be a lot longer. That's why I was thinking of unsolved mystery stuff, because they're only 44 minutes. Or we could break it into 2 weeks. Saturday, every Saturday, we could just do part 2. Yeah, we could watch an hour and talk about it for an hour. All right. I think I just solved that one. So, but I don't want to do week number 2 with the same exact movie either. And I don't want to watch it before you guys see it, but I may have to take a look at it to see. I want to find a list of movies, go from there too. Good stuff. Thank you, David and Dorothy. Good. Oh shit, I accidentally deleted that. Undo. It didn't undo it. Oh, there it is. It did. I meant to put mark as unread and I deleted it. Okay, so movie night. Or a double header on the weekends. We could do that for longer movies. Anything, guys, like even this, or the 80s B movie of the guy that gets the glasses that allows him to see the aliens. That's They Live, but I can't play that. It's one of the most popular pop culture movies in history. I wish we could watch that. See, when I said we do movie night, it's like we all watch it on our own monitors, not here on the show, even though I would have it on and I would play it in the background, maybe show my screen, small, something like that. I'll figure it out. Good stuff. All right, that's it for tonight. I'm going to take off. I want to thank everybody for hanging out. Fantastic support, by the way. Again, I can't thank you enough for giving Goof On a try. And moderators and super chatters, again, stepping it up. Thank you. And newcomers and veterans, they're here. Those subs are real. I don't care what anybody thinks or says. They're real. And I'm proud of those, every one of them. Thank you very much for giving Goof On a try. And if you stuck it out for a little bit, I'd be surprised. I don't know. Tonight was weird. Even last night, I just felt off. Anyway, we are Truthology. Truthology for ufology. That's what we do. All right. Take care. Good night. We'll see you tomorrow, 7 p.m. Tuesday, right here on Goof On. Alien bless.
what you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. God have mercy on your soul.